All right. Hi, everybody. I am Carolyn. I'm the education director at Madison Audubon. Milka's here too. Do you want to introduce yourself, Milka?
Sure. I'm Milcah. I'm a summer educator with Madison Audubon, and I'm so excited to be with Carolyn this morning.
So excited she has streamers up in the background.
It's always a party here.
Love it. So today we are nature journaling, and we're going to be drawing and writing and wondering and tasting about fruit. And we're going to be focusing, I already said taste, we're focusing on smell and taste because today is the last day of week 3 of our summer camp. And week 3 was all about smell. And our senses of smell and taste are really closely connected. They're very linked. Super cool. So today, and I have a lot to say today. So if you're interested in joining us for summer camp, we have one more week of session 1. It's going to be all about animal superheroes. Week 1 was about sight. Week 2 was about hearing. Week 3, I already said, was about smell. So week 4 is about animal superheroes who have senses that we can't really understand because they're just so different from what our senses are like. So I'm super excited about that week. And then it starts all over again. And we have 4 weeks of summer camp, the same 4 weeks, but we have 4 more weeks of camp. So if you are just finding us now and you didn't sign up for camp the first time, there's still time. We have 5 whole spots left. So sign up now if you want to be in camp. And I should back up just a little bit. You don't have to register. You don't have to be a member. It's free. It's open for anyone. You can just participate as you want. It's all available online. And we're going to drop a link in the comments about that. But if you want to be in our Super Explorers Club, that's what you need to register for. And that's where Milka and I share all kinds of stories with you on Flipgrid. Okay. So that's all about summer camp. So today we're going to be drawing and exploring some fruit. So if you would like, you can watch or you can draw with us. And if you want to draw with us, you're going to need some paper. You're going to need your favorite art supplies. They can be pen or pencil, markers, crayons, paint. Milka, oh yeah, she's showing us what she's got. What are you working with today, Milka?
Well, I have my favorite sketchbook, and it's actually tan paper, which is pretty cool.
Ooh.
But my favorite things to work with are colored pencils. So I have a ton of colored pencils and colors that I'm expecting to use, and other ones that I maybe not, but want to add for fun.
Awesome. You're all ready. That's so great. And if you want, you can draw the fruit that we're drawing, or you can grab your own fruit, whatever you want. So I have a peach and some blueberries, and I might do one, I might do both. It's hard to say. We'll have to see how long it takes. Milka, what kind of fruit do you have, or is it a surprise?
No, I can share. I got a hold of a mango, which is really exciting. I don't know how sweet it's going to be, but I guess we're going to find out. And I also have a kiwi, but it's a super special kind of kiwi. I didn't even know these existed, so I'll show you when we open it up.
Oh, that's exciting. Milka, we both have fuzzy fruit.
I know. Fuzzy fruit twins.
Does it feel soft on your cheek? Or is it a little pokey?
Kiwis aren't too soft, but there's definitely texture there.
Okay, so not a fruit you want to caress.
Not necessarily.
Okay, fair. Okay, so if you are watching this live, you can, I'm going to go check and see. You can drop some notes in the comments. You can share nature stories with us. You can just say, hey. And Jay, you can, oops, hold on. Jay, can you please turn that down? Jay's in the background. He's watching some shows. Anyways, you can share stories or whatever you want in the comments because we're going to be checking back there frequently. And if you're watching this and it's not live, you can still put comments in there because we're going to check them later. It's going to be great. Okay. So I have an example to show you. Milka, before we really get started, do you nature journal like for fun?
I do nature journal for fun.
Oh, what's your favorite thing to write or draw about in nature?
I think right now my favorite thing to write or draw about has been clouds. I've been doodling so many fluffy clouds, and lately it's been pretty overcast, so there's been a lot of gray. but clouds are really fun because they're always different and they're always there. So
That's great. Do you try to make the clouds look like what you see in the sky, or do you make your clouds look like, you know, how you look at the clouds and you're like, oh, that one looks like a sheep, that one looks like a cow? Do you make your clouds look like things?
I do make my clouds look like things. I'd like to say that I started looking at clouds because I wanted to learn more about clouds and learning how to identify them. But then I remembered how fun it is to just find shapes. So a lot of my nature journal entries are just me saying, hey, this cloud looks kind of like a whale today, and drawing the cloud and then drawing a whale because I wanted to draw whales.
Oh, I also like how you said today, like you have a special cloud friend that you check in on.
Unfortunately, the cloud friends are always moving. So,
oh, that's great. Yeah, I nature journal too. And I do a lot of drawing plants. I like them because they stay still and they don't run away or blow away in the wind. And I liked plants too because they're always around, right? It's kind of like clouds. Like I can look outside anytime and find a plant. It might be a tree with no leaves on it in the winter, but there's always a plant around that I can draw. And I think one of my favorite things about nature journaling too is that like I am drawing, but it's not really about the art. It's about like seeing things in a totally new way and noticing things and becoming a better observer. You agree?
I agree very much so. Carolyn, do you have a favorite plant in your nature journal?
Oh, you know, right now I've really been liking bergamot. I wonder if I can find a picture of bergamot to share with everybody. It's it's one of my favorite prairie plants, and we have some in my yard. Here we go. Let me get a big photo to share. Screen sharing is so cool. I mean, I'd rather be in person, but this is so cool. So this is bergamot, and it's like the flowers in my front yard are waist high. They're really tall, and we have a huge, thick patch of them. And right now they're all in bloom and they're all covered with bees. There's probably 50 bees on this patch of bergamot in our front yard. And we like to go and look at what types of bees are out there and try to find the different kinds. Oh, it's okay, Jay. Jay spilled some cereal. It's fine. All right. So are we ready to start nature journaling today, Milcah? What do you think?
I think I'm ready to start.
Okay. So I'm going to show everybody a really cool example. And this is sort of what we're going to do today. So when you use an example, you can either copy it exactly, or you can use it kind of as a jumping off point. Say, I want to do some things like this, but not everything. And this was art made by an artist and scientist and nature journaler, and her name is Kate Rudder. I almost said she was called Kate Rudder. I mean, she is, but that's her name. She's Kate Rudder. And she's really neat. And this is something she created to compare two different types of oranges. And some things I really like about this is that she has a title that tells her what she's writing about and drawing about. She's got the date on here. And then she has all sorts of drawings and pictures and notes so that she can really, really remember what she was exploring today. And so here she's got two oranges, one on this side and one on this side. And she drew a picture of it. She's looking at the skin up close. She cut it open and has a little section of it. And she's showing what the peel looks like up close. I think it's neat that she has all these like zoom in, zoom out parts. You know, she has the whole orange here and then a super close up here and here. She's got some measurements on it. She has a little description about it. I love this little emoji for how she feels when she's eating it. Look at this.
That's my favorite part.
I don't think there's one like this on my phone. I think that's one she made up. But then, so this part is all about observing and noticing and like with your eyes, and it's really what you actually see. But then these parts down here are kind of like thinking about your sense of smell and your sense of taste and trying to draw what you're tasting or smelling. So she has flavor colors here. This is like the color she thinks of when she tastes these things. So like this is the part of the orange you usually eat. This is the pith. Is that like the white stuff on it? Milka, what do you think?
Yes, I think it's supposed to be the super thick skin on the outside.
Okay. And then the peel is the very outside, the part you would touch if you were holding the orange.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the colors that she chose for those. And I have to admit, I have never eaten an orange peel on purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose. I don't know that I've actually, maybe, I don't know. This is a tricky thing to know. Anyways, but so she picks colors for them. And then she also picked shapes for the flavors, like what kind of shape she pictures in her mind or how it feels on her tongue. And like this one looks super jagged and pokey, and this one is more rolling, like waves crashing. I sound like a duck, crashing. But then the thing that I really like is this flavor chart. So she has these lines, and this line goes from sweet to bitter. This one goes from strong to weak. This one is smooth to tart. And this is fleeting and sustaining. And some of these words might be new for some of you. Like, let's think about fleeting and sustaining. Fleeting means the flavor doesn't last very long in your mouth. It goes away quick. Like if you're thinking about gum, sometimes you're chewing gum and you're like, oh yeah, this flavor is still going. That's a sustaining flavor. It lasts a while. And sometimes you've been chewing your gum for like 5 minutes and you're like, man, the flavor's gone. What happened? That's a fleeting flavor. But she put a little dot on each of these lines to show which one that thing was closer to. So this orange had a very fleeting flavor. Fleeting flavor. I like that. It didn't stay long on her tongue. And it was a little bit sweeter, but not too sweet. It was a little bit bitter. And it had a pretty weak flavor. So we are going to remember all of these things, maybe add some more things into our own, and we're going to draw some fruit. Milka, are there any other things on here that you want to point out or that you notice, or did we cover it all? I talked a lot there.
No, I think you covered pretty much everything, but my favorite part of this is how much detail she's put into it. I mean, oranges are something that I see all the time, but it's really, really cool to have a new point of view by looking so closely and in so much detail. And like Carolyn said, there's even close-ups of the outside of what the texture of the orange looks like on the inside. And she's obviously thought a lot about what oranges are and how to think about oranges. So this is a really great activity because it really pushes you to think more about things that we see every day.
I agree. That's my favorite part about nature journaling. You notice new things. Okay, so everybody take a little mental picture of this. We're going to come back and look at it again, but we're going to start out by making a title. We're going to put the date on our paper, and we are going to start out in this little section here. But make sure you leave room to add more to it, or maybe you have another piece of paper. Okay. I'm going to stop screen sharing now. So now we can do this. And actually, I'm going to go peek over at the Facebook page to see if there's any comments. No comments yet. That's okay. All right.
We have plenty of comments, Carolyn.
What's that?
We have plenty of comments between the two of us.
Oh, yeah, we do. All right. Let's see. Is this the camera I want? Oh, it totally is. Okay, so I'm going to put my camera facing this way so you can see my paper. Ooh, focus. There we go. Okay. And let's see. I think first I'm going to do my peach. What are you going to choose, Milka?
I think I want to do my kiwi. I'm so excited to show it off.
Oh, awesome. This will be fun. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start with a little title, and I'm going to write peach taste test. And you can write it however you want, and don't worry about spelling, don't worry about punctuation. This is just for us to have fun. So I'm going to go P E A C H. Peach. Taste test.
And I just really like the word kiwi. So I'm going to write kiwi with an exclamation point because that's how I feel about kiwis.
Nice. And let's see, the date is July 9th, 2021, and it is a Friday. I'm going to write mine like that. Oh, Milcah. So I know you know your crooked, Milcah, but do you think you could rotate your sketchbook, or would that be too crazy?
Oh, I think I could maybe do it. Or I could just do this.
Yes.
That's better.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Okay. So now I'm going to start by kind of just looking at my fruit, and I'm going to move it around in my hands. I'm going to roll it around. I'm going to notice that it has a little puckery bumpy thing right here on the bottom. And this is where it attached to the tree. Milcah, what do you notice about your fruit?
We already talked about how fuzzy it is, but when I look really closely about the texture of it, it's almost like it has little brown bumps that are hair.
Ooh.
So it's not completely covered in fuzz like I always thought it would be, but it's more like polka dots of furry stuff. And then there's also this little puckery part here, but it's not as pronounced as your peaches.
That's neat. And so my peach has fuzz that covers it pretty evenly across the whole skin. I don't notice little patches like you were talking about. That's neat. And I'm noticing that mine has really cool swirls of color all around it. I see reds and purples and maybe some browns and oranges and yellows. What are you noticing?
You have a lot of colors, Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
My kiwi, since this is a special kind of kiwi, and I'm going to show it off in a few seconds, you might be able to see that I cut it in half already, but it is not as brown as kiwis that I'm used to seeing. It actually is a lot more yellow looking.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Do you notice it?
I did notice that. I'm very curious. Is it time for you to show us the inside?
I think it is. Can I have a drum roll? Voila!
Whoa!
It is supposed to be a yellow kiwi. So I think it was called like a sunshine kiwi, but it is obviously not that super bright green color. It's more of this mute or toned down yellow color. And you can see it from the outside, which is really, really cool. I always thought the kiwi skin was thicker than this, but you can totally see the color of the inside just by looking at the outside.
Wow. That's really neat. I'm curious now then about why the kiwis I'm familiar with are so green on the inside and so brown on the outside, but yours is more yellow, both inside and outside.
That is a really great thing to wonder. I wonder about it too. Thinking maybe it has something to do with how thick the skin is, because if I hold it up to the light, I can see the fruit around where I cut it. I'm trying to focus this. Sorry.
That's okay.
But
so you think the skin is thinner than on an average kiwi?
Yes, I think it is a lot thinner.
That is neat. Cool. So now that we have noticed and we have turned and we have felt, and I'm going to smell. Smells delicious. I can't wait to eat it. I am going to start drawing my peach here. And I think I'm going to leave space to draw a close-up. I might even draw my close-up bubble right now, so I know I don't cover it up.
That's a really good idea.
So that's going to be my close-up bubble. And now I'm going to draw my peach. And I want everybody to know that it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're noticing what you're drawing and you're trying to look at it really closely. And I also want to share that I think I've been drawing like for my whole life, like definitely practicing a lot since like 4th grade. So if you are worried about maybe not making a picture that's as maybe you're worried that your picture won't turn out exactly the way you want it to. I want you to know that if you keep practicing, you can make your art look however you want it to, because art is definitely a skill you can practice, just like, I don't know, shooting a basketball or swimming fast.
It's a really good point. It's really easy to get frustrated in comparing your art to other people's, but the best part about art is that it's mainly for you. The experience is really fun. And even if you don't get a product, the whole process is a really great thing to experience.
Totally. And I always like looking back on the things that I drew, because I remember so much more about what I was doing that day, who I was with. So Milcah, next time I look at this, I'm going to be like, oh, that was that day I drew with Milcah. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was the day we rubbed fruit on our face.
It's always a good day when that happens, isn't it?
Always.
I did not wake up today and think, I bet I'm going to rub fruit on my face today.
Do we ever wake up and think that, Carolyn?
I might tomorrow.
Now that we've done this.
Yeah, might become a daily thing. Okay, so I'm going to work with paints today, mostly because I love them. They make me so happy. And I'm going to start adding some color to mine. And you know what? I might need some more light. I'm going to turn on a light real quick. I will be right back.
Wow, now it's real bright, Carolyn. It looks great.
A little better.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Ooh, color balance is a little funny though. Although now it's not so bright anymore. All right, we'll go with that. Oh, maybe I'll do that. That's even better. Okay, so I am noticing all sorts of colors on mine. I'm gonna start mixing some paints. I just have my primary colors, so I can mix any color I want with them, basically.
It's like magic.
It's like totally science and art and magic all together.
Mm-hmm. So with colored pencils, when I use them, obviously it's not the same as paint where you get to mix the colors together, but with these colored pencils and most other colored pencils, it's really fun to layer the colors on top of each other instead of mixing them. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking that I was going to start with kind of a light lace. Oh, hopefully not lace. A light base of yellow, and then go over it with green and brown in the spots that I think it shows through a lot more.
Ooh, I like that idea. Adding layers is great. And I'm using some layers with paint too, because with watercolor, it's really hard to make it lighter once you've already added color to it, but it's always easy to go darker. So I like to start pretty light and then add more color. And Milcah, I love how you're adding all that texture to your fruit right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I always find that I think I like to use color a lot more than I think I do. And when I don't add in the texture, sometimes it can be hard to add it on top because colored pencils get really waxy when you add a lot of it. So I want to make sure that it stands out right away, because it stands out to me right away.
Yeah. And my mixing is getting away from me a little bit. It's not quite the color I want, but oh, you know what? It's pretty good. I'll take it. That's cool. I think I'm going to save my texture for my close-up, and I'm just going to focus on color for my, the whole fruit drawing.
That's a good plan.
It's cool that we're doing things just a little bit differently, even though it's looking very similar at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I agree. The longer we spend drawing, I think the more differences we'll notice. And similarities too.
Come back. Oh no. Now I have fingerprints. Oh boy. That's okay. Because it's way more about what I'm noticing than about what this looks like. Although I do want to put some peach back in there.
Because it is a peach.
It is a peach. And I'm going to add a little shadow down here to make it look a little rounder. Cool. All right. So I think, I might cut mine open and do a slice because yours is already open. You've already got your slice going.
Yes.
Now that I've drawn the outside, I want to see what a slice looks like. So I know there's a lot of people of a lot of different ages watching this. If you're using a knife and that's something you're able to do by yourself, go for it. If that's something you usually have a grown-up help you with, please get a grown-up's help. All right. So I cut mine. Oh, I want to take a bite right now, but I shouldn't yet.
I was going to say, that looks really, really good.
I think it will be really good. I hope so. So I sliced mine so that I can see this side and this side. So I'm going to draw both of those, I think. Oh, I licked my fingers. I cheated just a little bit. It's pretty good.
I would have done the same.
All right, so I'll draw this side first. So when I cut it, oh, I could draw my pit too. So like that. And I'll draw this one peeking out the back.
Your peach looks so bright on camera. It's such a bright yellowy orange color.
It is really bright. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I'm starting to write in some notes too. I have the slices. I think I want to write some notes about color because these colors are not quite what I'm seeing on my actual peach. And I want to remember that this was like a lovely, oh, so many colors. I'm going to write so many colors.
It's a really good note.
Yellow. And it was a cool yellow, kind of like a lemony yellow. Light orange and bright orange. And all shades of red fading to purple.
What great color descriptors.
Yeah, I really like that. So I'm gonna paint my slices now too. And have this little part, the peel. And now I need that lovely yellow. Oh, Milcah, I see you writing notes. What kind of notes are you writing?
I'm writing notes mostly, well, two of my notes are about the skin. So I wrote firstly that it seemed like it had pretty thin skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second note, I wrote patches of brown fuzz because I was surprised that it wasn't just fuzzy all over the place. Yeah. And then my last note here is green, peachy, and brown all over. So when I look at different parts of it, I'm seeing a lot more pinks than I expected to. And I think I might have added a lot of pink in my drawing because I like that I saw pink, but I don't know if it's actually pink in person.
I do the same thing when I draw. I definitely emphasize parts of it that I found surprising, even if it's not quite accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose. Sometimes on purpose. Mostly not on purpose.
Yes.
I'm going to paint in my word peach too.
With the beautiful peachy color.
It'd be funny if I did it a different color, right? Like green.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe I should use a color that's not even on the kiwi. See, my initial color choice would be bright green. So I have this really fun green, but my kiwi isn't green.
Wild. I'm gonna pop over to the Facebook page real quick to see if anybody's commenting.
Sure.
And oh, good morning, Sherry. Happy Friday to you too.
It is a happy Friday.
Oh, she says Ariana is drawing an avocado. Awesome.
What a
Ariana,
good choice.
if you want to share any notes about your avocado, we want to hear them because, well, gosh, avocados are delicious.
Yes, I was so close to getting an avocado just because I was really craving an avocado. So I'm glad you got one.
Mm-hmm. Yum. All right. So I'm going to switch over to my microscope because I want to see what a peach skin looks like up close. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, I'm going to try to focus it a little better. I know this might be making some of you car sick. So that,
so cool.
yeah, it's some peach skin. And I think that's what I'm going to draw for my close-up. Yeah, maybe I'll do 2 close-ups. Maybe I'll do one of that and one of the inside of the fruit too. So I'm going to draw it real quick and then I'll show you what I'm drawing. And it just looks like I'm noticing that all the little hairs are going in different directions. They're not all going in the same direction. And I'm also noticing there's little like white spots. That'll be fun to get in.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever noticed any of this texture just looking at a peach with my hands and eyes.
Yeah, same. Okay. So I have that, and I'm gonna have to add some color, but I think I'm gonna do it later because I want to see what the inside looks like. Oh, it's very juicy. Oh,
Yes.
And there's the edge of the peel.
I love how it's so shiny too because of the juice.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to draw. How shiny it is. Wow. I'm going to try it. We'll see if I can. Oh, my cat is sniffing the peach.
I'd be excited too.
You know what I'm noticing, Milcah? There is not as much texture as I was expecting on the inside of the fruit.
Really?
You know? Like it's very smooth. That's my table. Hold on, let's see this. It's mostly just shiny.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a jello or a pudding almost.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, so we're back to my drawing. This is my drawing of the close-up of the outside of the skin. And this is my drawing of the close-up of the inside of the fruit. I'm going to write that on there. I think I'm going to write it up here. And I made some arrows pointing from the slice over to this one and from the skin. Oh man. Everybody, don't touch your painting until it's dry. It gets smeary. But see, this is good. I make mistakes all the time. And that's totally fine. So I remember a lot of this color. And I remember some swirls of maybe a little darker color in places. And I'm going to add some little drops of water to see if it can make those white spots. Ooh, there's some paint on there, but I like that too. We'll see. Okay. And then this was mostly just that lovely yellow color. Oh, Milcah, you're adding so much detail.
I got so excited when I saw this kiwi.
Wow.
The inside it's really beautiful. I don't think I've ever stared at a kiwi for this long before. But there are a lot more colors than when you just look at a green one, because I think the green is so bright that all you really see is green. But in this one, I can see a super light yellow. I can see a brown sort of radiating from the center. And the seeds are they're almost red if you're in person, this like brownish red color.
Really?
Yes. And then there are little white lines kind of radiating from the center. So that's a really fun note I think I want to add.
Do you think, Milcah, that since you're noticing all of these different things on this kiwi, do you think you would notice them, like all those details on a green kiwi now, because you know to look for them?
Huh. That's a fun thought. I like to think that I would. I think from now on, honestly, I'm going to be looking a lot closer at the fruit I eat. What about you, Carolyn? Are you going to be noticing the differences from your peach today with other peaches in the future?
Yes. I have a whole box of peaches. I'm going to be comparing them all. This one is sweeter. This one has a more fleeting flavor. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is also a really good lesson for me. Like I get kind of greedy about fruit. I really like it and I eat it really fast. And maybe I could take some more time and like savor it and really think about all of the flavors and all of the textures and like how that plant grew that fruit. And, like it took a while. It wasn't just something that happened.
Yeah.
Kind of a little gratitude practice,
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of? The strawberries and breeding sweetgrass.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. So braiding sweet. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'd love for you to explain it.
I was just going to say that Braiding Sweetgrass is a book. It's definitely a big, thick book, mostly for grownups. I think kids would like parts of it, but it's a very big, thick read. But it's a lovely book and it talks a lot about how to appreciate the earth. And it's written by a woman who's a scientist and a Native American. And so she has a really cool view of the world that not many people have. And it's nice to be able to hear her talk about the earth. Oh, Milcah, your kiwi's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Do you think we're ready to go on to the smelling and tasting part?
I think that's a great idea. I've been itching to taste this kiwi.
All right, I'm gonna peek at our Facebook page for just a second.
Sure.
Ariana has lots to say. Avocados are awesome in so many ways. The skin is smooth yet very textured, even has some ripples, almost like impressions here and there. It's a deep, rich green color. Those are such good descriptive words. I can tell you're really paying attention to your avocado. We also said the big seed in the middle is a dark brown color. Oh, and it's ripe inside. Very nice. I love it. I can't wait to see the pit in mine too. Okay, so let me see. I want to share my screen again so we can all see what we're doing next. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, what do you think, Milcah? Flavor colors and taste shapes? Or no, flavor colors and smell shapes? Or should we see if smell and taste give us different thoughts? Or do you
I
think
really like the idea of seeing if smell and taste give us different thoughts, because we were just talking about how they're so connected.
Okay, I like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these lines on here, these bars for strong and bitter and sweet. And then I'm going to leave space for flavor and smell colors and flavor and smell shapes. Okay. So if you would like to copy this flavor chart while we're here, you may. Do you think we could do a smell chart too?
Oh, that's a really great idea. Let's involve all the senses since we're talking about senses.
Yeah. So my flavor chart is going to use the same words that Kate did on this drawing. And I don't know what my smell chart is going to be yet.
I think I'm really, really in love with the idea of fleeting and sustaining just aspects.
Yep.
So I think I want to incorporate fleeting and sustaining in terms of smell and what my kiwi smells like.
Yeah. I think I already know that mine is a sustaining smell because it has been smelling the whole time.
See, I have opposite thoughts actually. I smelled it a teeny tiny bit when I opened it. But since then I'm only getting like really tiny whiffs of the scent of the kiwi.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder if the smells and the tastes will be the same that way. Like if your smell was fleeting, will your taste also be fleeting?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I haven't had a kiwi in a long time actually. So this is, I don't know if I'll be able to compare it to the green kiwis. This is my kiwi standard now, I guess.
You know what? I think I'm going to use the same words for my smell chart. I wonder if that's cheating.
I don't think it's cheating.
It smells so good. And you know what? It's totally not cheating because it's our own sketchbook. We can do what we want.
Exactly.
Okay. Leading and sustaining. And flavor colors and flavor shapes. So I'm going to stop screen sharing now. I hope that's okay. If you are watching this and it's not live, you can definitely pause so that you can see more about what I'm doing.
Carolyn, can you read me the words on the color, on the flavor chart?
I'm
I
sorry.
thought I was going to get them, but I missed them.
You know what? If you need it, other people probably do too. I'm just going to put it back.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. All right. Well, and then when you're done, Milcah, I think it's time to taste.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready now.
I think I'm going to change the camera back up to my face.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay. I'm so excited. Cheers.
Me too. Cheers. Is it weird that I'm just gonna try to bite the center? Well, maybe I should try a little bit of the peel since.
You're right. Oh my goodness, I did this all wrong. There's so many flavors in my mouth. I'm not ready.
That's so funny.
This is so good.
This is, see, eating this, I remember what a green kiwi tastes like, and it's pretty different.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't say that there are a lot of different flavors in mine, but the texture is really fun.
It's interesting that it's mostly texture.
Okay, maybe I feel a little self-conscious about eating the peel, but it's for science.
It's for science. Do it.
It's for science. Okay.
So I took my first big bite and it was both the yellow part and the peel. And it was like a flavor explosion. Then I took a part of just the yellow part and then just the peel. And it wasn't so much of a flavor explosion. I wonder if they're together, like if you need to bite them together.
See, that was a good point for me too, because at first I just tried a little nibble of the peel and it was so sour, Carolyn. I did not expect it to be sour. It was so sour. And then I bit a little bit of it together and it was, I wouldn't say a flavor explosion, but there was more flavor going on there.
Okay, so I think when I do my charts and my colors, I'm gonna bite the whole thing, not just, oh, we should have done smell first before we tasted.
This was an excuse to eat the fruit, Carolyn.
We're so excited.
I'm happy we tasted.
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna change my camera back. And I think this is the one I want. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna do the chart first, I think. Mine is definitely sweet, like pretty high on the sweet scale.
I don't think I taste any bitterness at all in mine, actually. I'm gonna do way up there as well.
I think my peel has just a little bitter in it. And I think it's a strong peach flavor, but I don't, for a peach, but peach isn't a very strong flavor. So I'm going to put it kind of near the middle.
Yeah, I'm having an interesting experience here because I would say that the taste of the fruit itself is pretty weak and very sweet. But the taste of the peel, which now I'm not sure if we're supposed to eat, is super strong.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. I think since I'm talking about the fruit itself, I'm going to go ahead and put a little spot down here. Maybe I'll put a little note for myself that the peel is strong.
Ooh, I like the note. Milcah, you're sideways again.
Oh no. See, I'm just automatically drifting that way.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Mine is very smooth and no tart at all. How about yours?
See, this is another polarizing or splitting me in two different directions kind of fruit here, because the fruit is really, really smooth, but the peel is very, very tart.
You know what? You just might need more charts, I think.
I need all of the charts now, Carolyn. I am so confused.
And I haven't taken a bite in a while, and I can still taste it on my tongue. So I'm going to say it's pretty darn sustaining.
See, that was probably not the right time to adjust this, but have you ever gotten a tingly taste when you eat a kiwi?
I don't eat kiwi very often, so I don't know.
I'm just afraid that this is going to be one of those stories where Milcah realizes that she's allergic to kiwi on camera. I don't feel sick or anything, but I can feel it on my tongue. It's almost like it's not a flavor, but it's like a feeling.
Well, maybe something to Google later.
Yeah, later for sure.
Okay. I'm going to go. Oh, I want to know if you're fleeting or sustaining. Very fleeting.
Yeah, very fleeting.
I'm going to move on to my smell chart now down here. Sure. It's definitely sweet, but not as sweet as the taste.
Let's see. I think I'm going to put the words on after, but I know which lines are which. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I think it smells really sour, but sour isn't an option. So I think I might change my bottom line here to sour instead
Oh,
of
I like
sweet.
that. Yeah.
And put my little marker way down here. Doesn't smell sweet at all.
But yours tasted fairly sweet, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's so cool. Remember, we thought that this taste and the smell would be very similar, but we're finding out that it's different.
Yeah, this is really, really cool. I didn't expect to have so many thoughts about how kiwis taste and smell.
Okay, so my smell is not very strong, but it has lasted a very long time, like the entire time. It's very sustaining.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I smelled a tiny little bit of this kiwi when I cut it open. And unless I hold it pretty close to my nose, like a couple inches away from my nose, I really can't smell anything. So
That's
I'd say it's a pretty weak smell.
Okay. Are we ready for flavor, shapes, and colors?
Yes, I totally am.
I think I'm going to do shapes first. And I think I'm going to do smell first.
I'll follow along with you.
So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to give it a big old sniff and see what kind of shapes pop into my head. I think it's very slow, gradual, mellow lines, like working together.
I think I'm having the opposite experience, Carolyn.
Really?
Yes, I'm getting very pointy smells, if that makes sense.
Ooh, interesting. That's pretty neat.
Did you expect this kind of smell?
I expected it to look more swirly.
Huh. Yeah, there were some pretty cool swirls on the orange example.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I was really drawn to those. Let me share my screen again. Oh, I don't have that screen quite ready to share yet. I really thought the shapes would be more like this for my peach.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping I had some of those too. And I think I'm going to combine my smell shape and my smell color.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I like that.
I'm going to add some green, weirdly enough. It reminds me of kind of the smell of grass.
Oh, neat.
It smells like when you break a leaf open.
I'm trying to figure out if mine, I'm very drawn to making it a yellow color, but I think that's because I know what it looks like. Like,
yeah. That's a good thinking question for afterwards. How do you think this experience would be different if you didn't see the fruit at all?
yeah. Like, I kind of want it to be, I think it might be a bluish green smell. It smells very fresh. And that's the color I think of being fresh, but it's pale. So I'm not making it a very vibrant bluish green. Okay. I'm ready to do flavor, shapes, and colors now.
Sure.
You don't have to jump ahead. I'm just letting you know I'm cutting another piece.
Just a warning.
Yep. Oh, I should draw my pit after I eat the whole thing. Okay. So I've got a piece ready. I'm going to focus on shape first and then color.
Good plan.
Ooh, I'm getting very spiky shapes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This time I'm getting pretty smooth.
What?
I know. I think I'm tasting those like rolling wave kind of tastes.
Ooh, that's
I
neat.
keep tasting it because I feel like I'm tasting something different every time.
And my taste is, yeah, that's exactly the taste color. I have never tasted a peach like I've tasted it today.
It's such a cool experience.
Oh, this is neat. All right, I'm going to pop over to our Facebook page and see what people are saying.
Sure.
Ariana, how is your avocado? Oh, she devoured it, she says. Smooth and tangy and delicious. I can still taste my avocado after 10 minutes. It had a little bite to it. It tingled a bit when I ate it too. Milcah, you and Ariana are tingle twins.
Yes. Yes.
Not
I wonder how
something-
many people are going to experience that when they're eating the fruit.
I wonder too. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera back up here and I'm going to show mine like this. So this was incredible. I can't wait to do this again and maybe do it with classrooms of kids. This was so fun.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm going to show off mine too. I think, is mine mirrored?
Oh no, you're perfect.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Which was your favorite part, Milcah?
Ooh, I mean, gotta say I was excited to taste the fruit. So I think I really like the chart. When I first saw the image of the nature journal, I was thinking that chart is so cool and I want to do that chart. So I really enjoyed the part with the charts.
I really loved the flavor shapes. I was not expecting to get such different smell shapes and flavor shapes. They're so different.
Yeah. I also really love that we kind of had opposite experiences with everything. I feel like every time you said that you experienced something, I was like, Carolyn, I'm getting the opposite. What's going on with that?
I like it. I like that we're not influenced by each other either. Being like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, peer pressure. Oh, my kiwi tastes exactly like a peach.
Yeah. It's good that we pick different fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody. So we are almost wrapped up. So if you have any more comments or thoughts, toss them in the Facebook chat in the comments and we'll check them out before we leave. I just want to remind anybody who joined a little late that this is a part of our virtual summer camp. This is the last day of week 3, which is all about smell, and we threw taste in a little because it's fun. And next week is all about animal superhero senses, like senses that animals have that we can't even really think about because they're so different from how we see the world. And our summer camp is going to restart after next week. So we're going to have 4 weeks all over again: sight, smell, hearing, and then animal superheroes. And we have, so the camp is free. It's open for anyone to do. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to register. All of the stuff all of the lessons and activities are on our website. But if you want to sign up for our Super Explorers Club, we have a free kit that we give to all the kids full of stuff to help make the activities more fun. And you get to share stories with me and Milcah on Flipgrid. So if you want to be in our Super Explorers Club, there are only 5 spots left as of Friday the 9th at 10:06 a.m. Okay, so sign up if you want to. And I'm going to pop back over to check the Facebook page real quick. Oops, let's see. Ariana, it was the best. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
All right. And everybody else who is watching, I want you to know that our programming is free. It's available for anyone. And if you are in a position where you feel like you can support us, we would definitely welcome a donation to help us create more free programming. But if you're not, don't worry, because this will be free. It's here for you because nature is for everyone. So go outside, taste some fruit, do some drawings. Milcah, you have anything to add?
Have some fun.
Yes.
Happy weekend.
Yes. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.